Hello everybody and welcome to a Beyond a Reason video. Today we have a 2v2. We have Stardom Wizard versus Joysko and Rowan. So two stud players but on opposing teams. Team US versus Team Other, because they both don't have flags. And interestingly, this does have Legion enabled. Joysko is playing Cortex and Rowan is also playing Cortex. So we've got 3 Cortex players and 1 Legion player. Now Stardom did go for the typical 1v1 placement of positioning here, building this mechs, then walking down. But he could just do that afterwards with his commander. It's not a big deal. Stardom really struggling with energy though in this start. He's hasn't even finished his factory yet, having to build multiple energy buildings in between building the factory in order to actually have enough energy to finish it. Bit of a mess up there. Whereas Stud Wizard here, the Wizard has already got his out, but bear in mind that
game paused.
Legion has
Game
energy production
started.
on their metal extractors anyway, so not really the same feat. Rowan starting with a triple solar and Joysko going for a double solar quadruple wind turbine. But we can see that both Joysko and Stardom have gone for a bit of a greedy start here, both starting off with engineers or constructors, rather than the other 2 players on both teams who are going for some early scout harass. Now, wheelies, I love the look of wheelies, but they feel like they just do no damage at all. But what is the cost difference? 25, 26. They should, in theory, be exactly the same. Oh, but some good play there by Wizard. So when solars here are closed like this, they do not generate any energy. So you can actually starve a player of energy. As you can see here, now Rowan has got no energy at all. Mostly because they come past and just got a quick shot on the solar generators. So they all, well, 3 of the 4 shut. And that basically starved Rowan of the energy he needed that he was expecting. And just bit by bit, kind of starving him of energy production. He is losing quite a few units early on here, though, to do this damage. And income Alaris is very high burst damage, but they're not very good over sustained fights. They need to kind of jump in, hit the shots, get out. Rowan actually degunning his own solar there in an attempt to try and get in the way to stop this, but that may have made things worse, if anything, because he was already having energy problems. Energy is okay at this point. Another Alaris comes back down. The commander should be able to catch this Alaris. Yeah, there we go. But still losing 1 solar and a metal extractor pretty much for just 2 Alarises. A pretty good deal. Meanwhile, both Stardom and Joysko just taking their time. Stardom still on grunts, whereas Joysko is now on Fugs. I do like the new Fug model. It's just got so much more extra detail than the old one had. A very favourable trade there for Stardom. Both players do lose too, but Stardom manages to break through Joysko's line, and with Joysko switching to Fugs, it'll be a bit harder to kind of contain these grunts as they make their way through. Stardom will spot Joysko's commander now, and if he is quick enough, he may be able to get these grunts past. You can see Joysko now has had to switch to grunts in an attempt to try and catch some of this. There is an LLT going up in the back here to try and stop this expansion getting killed, but whether it will get built in time is another matter, of course. Now, the longer that Stardom keeps these units over here, the less of an advantage he's going to have as more and more units get built by Joysko to counter it. He did split a single grunt off there with the attempt to go round and get those metal extractors. But little is he aware that there is already an LLT up, so it won't really do too much. Now, Stardom has transitioned himself over to Fugs, but a slight problem as some incisors have managed to find their way around and do a little bit of damage here to Stardom. Now, with the amount of Fugs here, I don't think they're going to get too far. They will get this Resbot though, which is a bit of a mistake on the micro of Stardom there. This has also forced Stardom away from the hill, giving Stardom full control. Same time though, on the corner of the screen, we can see Alaris is from Wizard though, managing to do the same thing to Joysko. And now there is a height advantage for Joysko's units. So Alaris will slowly get this metal extractor. You can see what I mean by the damage it does. It's like single shot, then has to wait ages for the reload. Well, a bit of a mistake though. Stardom's calm, just walking straight up that hill to try and get some of that reclaim. Taking some free damage. Also, we see these units at the top manage to get past, get more metal extractors here. If they keep going, they might get a con, but it looks like they're turning around. This is a bit of a problem for Stardom. He's not aware of it. Stardom actually doesn't have a radar. As we quickly check the awareness here, he does see them. Wizard does manage to get the the con rather, of Rowan with 70% health left. Plenty of health left. And loads of LLTs being built here to kind of secure this hole. These two Helioses do make it through. They're going to try and get this constructor. If they weren't splitting damage, they definitely would have. But with 3% left, the constructor is still there, ready to eat up all of the reclaim. Stardom has managed to secure his front lines, but still was not able to secure the hill, leaving Joysko some reclaim up there, about 400 in total. But Wizard has managed to secure 1,000 in reclaim from that commander. So just Joysko's comm left for Team Blue, and that commander is right up here, massively struggling for energy, both teams right now, with wind at 5.4. But Joysko needs to be extremely careful with his commander now. He's trying not to overinvest while still expanding his economy. You see he's building solars now with the amount of metal he's got saved up. I'm presuming he would love to go to Tech 2, but he can't risk it right now. Just needs more Tech 1 unit production. You can see he's having to build LLTs here as well to stop any opponent getting through that gap. Rowan is in a bit of a dangerous position now, though. Rowan losing quite a lot of units. And now the bane of any player's existence when they go against Legion, the Decurion. This tank is a pain in the butt if you ever have to play against it. It's got so much health, 2,500 as opposed to the 1,900 of a Brute. It has the same range as the Janus. I think it's a little bit more range than the Janus. And its chain damage just does so much. It's really difficult to play against. And we see that these anti-air units here, these Lances, are actually providing some decent long-range poke here in an attempt to just kind of keep the opponent at bay. Wizard's comm, though, being a bit ballsy here. Misses 3 D-guns in a row. Missing a 4th D-gun. I'm sorry, Wizard, that I caught that on camera. Finally landing 2 D-guns, and now as the Decurions roll up, he should be basically just sitting behind these Decurions, healing them up because of how much health they've got and keeping the commander behind them. But some misplaced movement is causing some problems. Wizard's calm down to 40% health. Needs to be careful. His Brutes are going for the commander, but a mistake in grouping those tanks up means that Rowan loses pretty much all of his tanks, but Wizard is down to 15% health-ish. Decurions are trying to clean up, going into some friendly fire. Wizard's calm in danger again. He should probably retreat into the water right now, to be honest with you. He's risking it. This is not worth it. Fall back. Fall back. You've got LLT coverage. Just move back. And Wizard will lose his comm here any second. He has no reclaim on that comm. That comm is going to die. 1% health. Oh, the comm turret that's not focusing on healing him. Well, and meanwhile, while that's going on down the bottom, oh, no wonder Wizard has no units left. He's transitioned to air. I think that was a bit of a faux pas there. He could have easily won this, in my opinion, if he would have just stayed vehicles and kept going. He definitely had the advantage, and I think that was a huge mistake. As now all of the expansion is only defended by LLTs, and these tanks are just going to go straight through all of that. Big, big mistake. Tech 2 from Stardom is making this hill a dangerous place to be. Now, Mozzies are pretty good, but as soon as they go through all of their rockets, they're pretty rubbish. Again, they are hit and run gunships. And as soon as fighters come on the field, which they are now, these Mozzies aren't going to get too much more damage. You saw he was trying to focus down the factory, but no. So losing all of that pressure, all of that control on the map, just for that, I feel that was a huge mistake. And meanwhile, Joysko gets bombed into next week. He still kept his Tech 2 factory, but he has no... Well, he has some AA, but still... Wizard basically is going to lose now his entire base to 2 tanks and these bombers. Just because he doesn't have anything left. And this was looking very, very strong for Team Red, but I honestly, this mistake by Wizard here was huge. Huge mistake, and that has brought Team Blue back in the game. Team Blue with that bombing run as well has definitely bided Joysko the time here to just be able to build up. He overinvested in Tech 1 units here to hold this top hill. 21 thugs as to 13. So you can just imagine the metal difference there between the two players. And all Stardom has is these 4 Sheldons at the bottom of the hill. But Stardom not paying attention to them, and one of them are already dead as the grunts rush in. Not quick enough. Does lose a single Sheldon though, which does not work out well for him. But Tech 2 is already up now for Joysko. And it is proving to be a bit of a battle at the bottom. What should Rowan do here? In my opinion, Rowan should just focus on getting out tanks. I don't think this bot lab was the right call. If you are going to go bots and you really want to just raid, these Phoboses are tremendous. They're basically like a big version of the Alarises. Short range, high volley damage, and if you build up enough of them, you just go in, insta-pop stuff, and get out. But these rocket ballistas are great versus stationary targets. They're very squishy though, and as you can see, it's not really playing very well. This is not really the unit composition to use against these units. Vehicles are going to be too quick. They're going to just be able to move away from them. He had the right choice there with Decurions, but this is not going well, and Wizard is really struggling to work out what to do. I'm sure Rowan is happy about that. Now a decent chunk of Tech 2 now from Stardom is enough to put some decent pressure onto Joysko here on the hill, as Stardom looks like it was about to make a move, but changes his mind. There's enough build power up here, though, to heal the damage of the Sheldons. And that's why he's trying to get these thugs in range here, but proving difficult. Meanwhile, we can see in the back, Joysko is just slowly building up his economy here a lot quicker than Stardom is. Although at the moment, Metal is pretty mixed, mostly due to Reclaim. Some ground was made at the top here, but mostly just losing a load of Tech 1 from Stardom there. Getting down here, not really working out for Wizard at all. Wizard is completely starved of all economy here. So even though they did manage to get that extra 1k metal, that has not worked out for them whatsoever. And building these overcharged metal extractors is not working out because they don't work if you don't have energy. And that is what they are really short of right now. And building energy converters when you have no energy is not a very good move. Why are they building so many energy converters for? This is a... yeah, there you go. They've realized humongous mistake there. The reason why your energy stalling is because of all that. Finally making a move onto the top here. A bunch of Sheldons have managed to crest the hill with some Fiend support. Will they all get wiped out now, though? That's the question. Huge reclaim field at the top now, though, with 2.9k. Stardom making his way up, trying to get that reclaim. Some of the Fiends did manage to get round the back. They will get some of the expansion of Joysko here. Will that be enough to get the Tech 2 Constructor up here, though? That's the question. That's really what he wants to aim for. And it is. He manages to capture that. And the cons that were assisting it, which means that build power wasted on this metal extractor over here. And gets Rowan's one as well. That's tremendous. Kills the Tech 1 metal extractor below it as well. Some very good micro by Stardom. He could get a tremendous amount of value if he does see this windmill farm here. Oh my god. Please, please suicide into this. That is so much build power. He should just eat it with that much build power, but he's not. Not paying attention. Rowan now goes for the eat. Loses the Tech 2. And the self-destruct goes off. Not enough to kill all of those, but that was tremendous. Joysko in real trouble now as he is losing more and more ground, having to transition back to Tech 1 spam in an attempt to try and get close enough to these Sheldons. And to be fair, for him, it has worked very well. Stardom managed to build... I didn't realize you could build a vehicle factory up there. Holy hell. Didn't think that footprint was big enough. And a huge fight also taking place at the bottom as plenty of these satyrs... just enough to push Rowan back. Rowan really needed to apply more pressure while he was ahead and had killed Wizard's army, but Wizard now just pumping out loads and loads and loads of Tech 1, and it is looking very, very good for them so far. There's a lot of reclaim here as well. 700 there, 1.8k there, 4k up here, which... you know, Stardom is slowly securing. Joysko does not look like he's going to have much chance of getting that reclaim. And this is going to be really difficult. Stardom and Wizard in a very, very strong position. Have 2 comms. So it's not even like Joysko can go for a snipe here. And the one big problem with these ballistas is if you mass up enough of them, they become a real problem to push into. Just the mass of them, like, it's easy to dodge 1 or 2, but as soon as you build this many, it basically becomes impossible to dodge. And Rowan is really struggling to work out how to deal with these. These missiles will make very short work of LLTs and stuff. The problem that Wizard has is he is over damaging stuff here, putting way too many rockets into single targets. Just look how many rockets went into that one tank a second ago there. But Reclaim 6.8 and going up here. Oh, but a huge shuriken attack. Catches a load of fiends out, and some of these Sheldons really trying to push up this hill with the Tech 1 spam. Fighters there to support the shurikens, and this was not what Stardom was expecting. Everything up here is EMP. Stardom's comm will get caught out here if he's not careful. One pounder does go out. He deguns his own pounder. And is it going to be enough? Stardom 5-1. Yes, Stardom's comm goes down. The grunt spam was enough, and now all they need to do is catch Wizard's comm. Wizard with very, very little units left after that disastrous push. Pounder's done a great job at managing to hold the line, and now Wizard has to be extra careful. This grunt spam may be coming down there soon, and not only that, but a huge 7k of reclaim looks to be going now to Joysko's way, and that is going straight into a Tech 2 factory as he goes back up to Tech 2. He is trying to resurrect a bunch of this stuff. So that's surprising, actually. He is going for the res here rather than the eat. He needs to be careful, otherwise he will accidentally start resing that commander, which I guess may be useful, being one-on-one. His commander is so far safe in that back line, though. I don't think he really needs to worry about it. But now Wizard has his own Tech 2. Phalanxes are basically just an upgraded pounder with a lot more AoE in its shot. The shields, I'm told, do repair over time if the unit is left out of combat. I don't know if there's any icon for that, but this little icon here indicates the actual armor of the unit, so it's got 85% of its armor left. Wizard in an okay spot here. He is going for an incinerator, which I don't think is the right call at all here. It's a very expensive, very heavy energy use thing. I honestly feel like he should be just going Phalanxes, Thanatos, and then these behind. That would do the job perfectly. He does not need something that's like single target damage, really. It might just be that Rowan is not aware how to deal with Legion, and to be fair, it looks like Wizard doesn't quite know what to do either, and he's just losing units here to Tech 1 artillery, not paying attention at all as he's constantly just taking bombardment here. Still no Tech 2 factory from Rowan though. And you can see this thing does, you know, it kills these, but all it takes is Rowan to rush this. Oh, interesting though. He now actually is going into Thanatos's. And if left alive, this incinerator will make its way through. Probably needs to eat that factory if he wasn't going to use it. It's a bit late now. Scout spam won't even get built just due to the constant damage ticks being applied. You can see it's trying to build there. Joysko disagrees with the airplay here. And what's interesting, I feel like even though both, I don't want to be talking down of the other players here, but it feels like you've got two very different skilled games here. Joysko and Stardom seem quite evenly matched, but both of them seem significantly better than the two at the bottom, at least. And with Tech 3 now out from Stardom, Tech-free units will have been detected. The announcement will have just gone off. And one thing that Wizard is doing right is he's got plenty of spam here to get him in front and provide support. Thanatoses are the longest range units in the Tech 2 phase of pretty much any faction. I believe they've even got longer range than sniper bots, but I don't have a sniper bot here to actually tell right now. Plenty of spam coming out from Joysko, and as we look at the stats here, the metal value is going all over the place due to Reclaim. But energy and metal produced is 20% advantage to the red team. So you would think they should be better. They did get a commander wreck. That would have been 1.1k medal or something like that. But now Stardom retakes the hill. And how is Joysko going to deal with this Tech 3? He's trying to decide what to do. These fiends are going to cause a big problem. Rowan really needs to do something very quickly. If he's going to make this play on the last comm, he needs to go now. Still trying to get more and more and more. Grunt's just dying to fiends there. This stuff slowly just killing it. He needs to go. He's wasting too much time. Rowan, go. He's giving it away. It's too late. Tech 2 AA has been built. Gonna lose way too much here. Strap bombers are already dying before they even reach their target. They were trying to find the commander. They didn't even know where it was before they made that play. And with that, blue team lose. It was a close game. I think both yellow and green player made some very
battle ended.
Interesting choices. Joysko and Stardom were pretty much going neck for neck, fighting each other. If there was no bottom half of the map, that match would have gone on even longer. The match was decided here by what happened on the bottom lane, and Wizard could have won significantly earlier if they had kept building Decurions rather than trying to do something with air with the mosquitoes, and they could have, the green player could have held on if they wouldn't have also tried to go air, I think. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.